Hello everyone, Adam here checking in from the Space Coast. Here we are at Kennedy Space Center on Cape Canaveral. Look at this, we have 6 hours, 40 minutes until the launch of Artemis. Now this is actually a hold, so it's not moving right now because they're in a hold because they're doing some procedural work right now. So it's actually a little more than 6 hours out. I am recording this at just 4 p.m. Everybody look at this. This is Artemis on the pad. That's unfortunately as close as I can get there. So I am actually right now located at the press site here at Kennedy Space Center. This is as close as you can get. Now that rocket is just a couple of miles away. Just after 1 a.m. It is scheduled to take flight. So this countdown clock, everybody, may look a little bit familiar. It's very famous. It's from the original Apollo era. The moon landings. It's been in a lot of movies too, like Armageddon. You may have noticed that from Armageddon. It's got some new additions on it. It's got LEDs. It used to be those flash bulbs that would go boom, boom, boom with the countdown. But yeah, I'm right here, everybody. It's super exciting. Like I said, the launch isn't happening until just after 1 a.m. So that's still quite some time away. But I just wanted to give everybody a tour of the press site. Look, that's the vehicle assembly building there. That's where the shuttle, of course, the retired space shuttle, and of course the Saturn V rockets from the Apollo moon landings were stored in there. It's one of the largest buildings on planet Earth. It has its own weather. Guys, those stripes of the flag, you could drive a Greyhound bus down each one of those. It's so huge. But as you can see, press from around the world is gathering here at Kennedy Space Center. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a tour. So I'm here because the news agency I work for, the ABC channel out of Orlando, obviously here covering the launch. You can see news agencies lined up over here. We've got CNN and some foreign language television and radio stations over here. The TV station I work for, this is our mobile studio right here. And if you come this direction, ABC network, NASA TV. Look at this. Over here you've got Facebook. Guys, this is Meta from Facebook. They are recording a 360 VR of the launch if it actually happens. So right now we're just in the initial stages of tanking, which means they're actually putting fuel in the rocket. But I get to actually watch the launch from right here if it happens. I keep saying if it happens. This is the third launch attempt. This is a brand new rocket system. So they've been having lots of, issues getting it going, which is, you want it to be perfect before it goes up into space. But Artemis is going to be NASA's return to the moon. So eventually Artemis will take astronauts back to the moon. But this is really just a cool behind the scenes here. If you have never been to the Kennedy Space Center before, there's this one last thing that I want to show everybody. It's a plaque over here from the Apollo Age Space Program. It's amazing. This small little building over here is from the original age of the Apollo moon landings. K7 1205A. Doesn't get more of a government agency than that, does it? But check out this plaque. A lot of people will miss this. This is a historic site in journalism. The largest corps of newsmen in history gathered here at the Kennedy Space Center to watch and report fully and freely to the largest audience in history, with the full cooperation of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The U.S. space launchings to explore the moon and the vastness of outer space marked this 19th day of April 1975. That's pretty awesome, huh? This old building here. This is NASA TV, currently interviewing an astronaut. Astronauts are stars here, guys. I don't know which astronaut that is, but you know that the people in the blue flight suits, are astronauts. So yes, they get a lot of respect around here. More astronauts walking over in this direction. These are the original press buildings. You've got the original NBC building, the original CBS News building, Reuters, USA Today. Satellite trucks. Guys, this is what I used to do. This is what I still do. Run these big satellite trucks. Pretty awesome. This is how all of the launch coverage gets to you at home. So this is the official press site. We're not allowed to leave this area. We have to stay here at this area. They provide us with some restrooms and some shelter and some spots for media interviews and all that. But what an amazing part of history this is. Super excited to be able to share a little bit of this behind the scenes with you. I had just a couple of minutes, then I have to get back to work, making sure everything runs smoothly for our newscast this evening, and then on to the launch very early in the morning. So interestingly enough, before I go here, so I'll give you one last shot of the rocket. This is Artemis, and if you look down, this is SpaceX. This is the launch pad. This is launch pad 39A for SpaceX, and I believe this is launch pad 39B. So very famous launch pads here. Just a short 45-minute drive from Walt Disney World. So if you do happen to be at the Walt Disney World Resort property right now or tonight, make sure that you look to the east at around 1 a.m. I don't know if it's going to be scrubbed or if it's actually going to happen. They call it a scrub when it doesn't launch because of some technical issue, but if it does go up, it's going to be an amazing sight to see at night. It's going to light up the whole eastern sky of Florida. You'll be able to see it from Orlando, from Walt Disney World. Very awesome sight. All right, everybody, I'm glad I got to check in with you really quick. And if it does launch this evening or early tomorrow morning, trust me, I will have an update for you. So until then, take care, everybody. And coming to you here from Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, have a great evening.